fucking die to that? I am never going on Facebook. Facebook is just such an ass fucking platform. I don't give a fuck about Facebook, dude. I can't. I can't be brought to give a shit about that. Dude, it's just the platform is just such fucking garbage. It's just a bad place. It's been bad ever since the fucking whole Rohingya genocide fucking shit. I don't care about particular people beating me to whatever the fuck thing. Dude, there's like so much fucking shit. Might actually lose this because my fucking whatever the fuck isn't just strong enough. Well, I wasn't prepared for this. Reflect. For all the reasons I demand left, since they are the reasons I demand that you go. Discourse. I'm just so uninterested in it as a platform. I just don't care about Facebook. It's just a shithole platform. I'll be honest. I just could not care less about it. God damn it. Yes, hello.
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Are we gonna talk about why I should go to Facebook? I don't want to. I don't want to go to Facebook.
Okay, I realize you don't want to go to Facebook. We don't necessarily have to talk about why you don't want to go to Facebook. We should instead talk about all of the reasons why you should go to Facebook. Here's the thing. So, like, my entire position on why I think that leftists and LGBTQI plus people should stay on Facebook. In a nutshell, right? It's the largest, most longest extant in use social media platform in history, right? There are a ton of normies on there. Now, what, Twitter started, what, 2010, 2011-ish, I think?
I think it was 2011.
2011? Okay, so before Gamergate, but a lot of the communities that you'll see on Facebook, these people have been there, they've been connected, they've been in liberal spaces doing community work, up to and including in the 2016. Now, a lot of that is local. You know, Facebook, they kind of sort of force you the option of using your first and last name. I don't love that, but it is what it is. Not everybody's gonna, use a pseudonym over there. But you have an entire culture, and I think this is where enshittification really started, or at least kind of hit the mainstream, right? With the whole idea that Facebook is trying to initially be the everything app. They've got streaming, they've got events, they've got groups, so you can actually use it for a multitude of different, social engagements, right? That being said, and I did not know this, you may not know this either, I did not know this until I exposed myself more to Facebook. I had been using Facebook since, 2009, whatever, and I just used it like everybody else did. I had my own personal account, I made friends at work, I, had all the people that, I went to school with or whatever, friends, family, whatever. But it was only until I took myself out of that situation, I stopped using Facebook exclusively, I came back this last year. This account that I use is, it's only a year and like a few weeks old, right? Maybe a year and 1 month old. But I discovered, rather, the Facebook gaming community. Now, you and I, and even Kelly, had referenced that this whole experience on Facebook gaming, Facebook live streaming is basically devoid of politics. Our boy Kelly is the only, at least that I've seen, the only Facebook streamer that I am aware of at all that is even willing to now, because wasn't willing to before, but is willing to now discuss politics on stream. And lightly, significantly less than I do. It's just not a thing that they've experienced. The entirety of like Twitch poll didn't happen. I feel like for the most part, the entirety of Gamergate didn't happen in a lot of these circles, which is super strange because that's where a lot of the alt right got radicalized with, the whole QAnon thing and yada yada,
No, that
the
was
Rittenhouse stuff.
yeah, that was more on YouTube, QAnon and all that shit.
Well, I mean, a lot of that stuff, it originally come from 4chan, but it
Yeah,
got
yeah,
exposed. Normies got exposed to it through Facebook, though, because that's where they were. That was the platform of choice. And they do such a great job of. Yeah, and they do such a great job of forcing them to stay on the platform. I mean, you can't even post anything outside of Facebook or Instagram without its, oh, well, you've seen if you post a Twitch video, or it's, or a YouTube video, you're not getting, you're getting a card, or at best you're getting a card with no image. The embeds, they've completely removed that years ago. So the only way to really use Facebook is from within the metaverse, if you will. And that sucks. The enshittification of social media sucks. The enshittification of Facebook sucks. The walled off enshittification of Meta itself sucks. But it exists. It exists. It is the single largest social media platform in existence, with the largest user base and with the most reach to normies. Therefore, and yes, an algorithm that is absolute garbage. You will post something today, no one is going to see it for 5 fucking days. You've got about 4 hours of a window between your followers seeing what you post and then randos catching it 5-6 days later. Yeah, the algorithm sucks. But it's there. It's a fucking broken, rusty, crusty, shit-covered tool. But it's in the box. And it should be in the box. This is a major part of why I think that encouraging people to leave social media is a terrible fucking idea. But to couple that, I think that this is also why it's important for people who don't have a presence on social media, or on Facebook, to join Facebook and expose people to ideals and concepts that they may have never had a chance to be exposed to. I wasn't radicalized through Facebook. I was radicalized. Well, a good portion of that was actually seeing Robin Hood Gate play out in real time and seeing the absolute failures of capitalism. But I had plenty of examples from, well, YouTube, from Twitter, that I could draw, my thoughts from, and reference that. But if I had only been dependent on Facebook, seeing Robin Hood Gate, I might have not even been able to get all the facts of what was happening in real time. And a lot of normies, I feel like that's just kind of where they are. They don't experience the same thing. And it's probably a good thing they don't experience Twitter brain rot. But I feel like a little brain rot is required this day and age in the year of our Lord 2025. And this is why I think that David Rumble or Dion Rombus should have a presence on Facebook. At the very least, now you laugh, but at the very least, in Facebook gaming.
No, I was laughing at the names. I was laughing at the names.
Oh, thank you. I will say this: if you go the same route that I'm going and that Minnie's going, I hate it when Americans call me Shane. I will never get used to that.
Dawson.
No, well, so my Facebook name is Shane Saw, because if you start a page, you are going to get like no attention, no traction, no nothing. You can't make friends. You have to hope to God that people follow you. As a profile, it's significantly easier, and if you use Restream as a streamer, like, so you only stream on Twitch currently, right? You're not also streaming on YouTube.
No, I'm
for the
not
most
also
part.
streaming. The bitrate was just not good enough.
Gotcha. So imagine if you were streaming through Restream for Twitch and then also onto your Facebook profile. people would see you, and I'm sure you've picked up that this is kind of sort of what I do. I'll stream just so that people will see me and then come over to the website. You could do the same thing, but with Twitch as your main focus. But the idea is that you're exposing yourself to more people, and being able to get a message out, through there. Um, but even so, I mean, there are audiences and other communities of streamers, of people who, and that's another thing, because they don't talk about social issues, because they don't talk about politics whatsoever on Facebook gaming. I have seen firsthand in streamers' chats me bringing up a random topic, not even something that's like super hardcore, like divisive, just something that is just enough to catch attention. And you can see not even a real divide amongst the chat, but chat will show an interest to the streamer's detriment, right? Because maybe the streamer has more of a conservative political background, or subscribe to a more socially conservative ideology, and their chat's full of rainbow and cotton candy flag enjoyers. But they don't dare fucking say that shit because they don't want to come across as, being divisive, being political, or in some cases to let them know that, oh, by the way, I'm a total fascist and I actually do think that we should have camps for you specific people. But I do love them stars. I think politics, if done well on Facebook, is a breath of fresh air, and I'm not saying that what I'm doing is perfect, because I get very fucking political, obviously. But if you're like your stream, I've noticed that you are like you don't do the chatting thing so much as it's a sideline to the gaming, right? Like when I watch your streams, it reminds me of more like of how Twitch streamers who got into politics at their root, It's like the gaming is first, and the politics and the commentary is secondary. And I actually really enjoy that, and I respect the shit out of it. I think I would love to do more. That's actually something that I noticed is a bit of a difference as well. And Demon Mama's said the same thing about her streams, is that when she does the gaming streams, it's basically a wash, by comparison to, social topics, politics, queer issues, But the fact that you can hold an audience, and hold your own attention as well as others by doing gaming, I mean, you're primed for Facebook gaming, my dude, Reno. There's opportunity there, is what I'm saying. Plus, as a leftist, you owe it to society. So, and I think it would be funny.
Yeah, time to go on Facebook. We're gonna radicalize all the boomers that I constantly trash on.
True. Well, no, and honestly, that's when I first joined Facebook. I had no audience, I had no direction. I'm not gonna lie, I just orbited Epic Prawn. And I've mentioned this to Prawn several times. I'm like, look, I'm just stealing your clout, 100%. And it worked. I think I have a larger, well, maybe Prawn is a part of a significantly larger community, but I think I have a community that's like, my followers are significantly more than Prawn's now. All just, started by following Prawn, orbiting their online community and that. And now whenever I post on Facebook, it's a lot of the people who follow you now. If you've noticed, if you spend a good decent amount of time on Blue Sky, a good portion of the people who follow you are second generation dregs of society who have since come over to following me, and I sent them over to you when we built that list and start pack there. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's true.
Well, because a lot of that comes from the work that I'd seen Prawn do, because Prawn's big on, bringing folks together, other streamers, and so I figured, well, this is kind of what I'm doing. Might as well continue that.
That's fair.
But, and like I say, it's not going to be for everybody. As far as like the followers, there are some people who will just stay on Facebook. They will not. They hated Twitter. They don't want classic Twitter. they're comfortable on Facebook, and that's fine. There's some people who refuse to go to Facebook. There's some people who are even leaving Facebook, and I don't knock them. I will knock us because we're content creators. We're a special class. We're special people. We have special brains that are mostly broken.
That's true.
But we also have expensive fucking toys. And we've charged ourselves with a duty to society and blah 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 blah. So, but yeah, yeah, get on fucking Facebook, my dude Reno. There are so many conversations you could be having too. That I would love that for you. That I would love that for me. Have you at least affirming my positions when I'm correct, which is like 90% of the time. Or if you want to argue about something, that'd be fun too.
There's nothing I can really think of in terms of arguing. I'm just fucking lazy. That's my problem.
I mean, that's fair. You've got a good message.
I would have to what, make a new... Oh, I have to make a new Facebook profile, probably. That's what I'd have to probably do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've got a good message, and your rhetoric is on point. And like, you know, not to shove my finger completely up your ass, but your balls are so big and brassy, and like that's just objectively true. I've seen you pick fights in places that I'm pretty fucking ballsy. I think, for the most part, I make Prawn nervous. But you do some things that I'm like, I don't know that I would be quite so brave. And I love that. I think that's good. I think that's good. I think that's actually exactly what the left needs, is more of this. And I think in places like...
Yeah, that's the attitude that I basically am taking as well. 2025 is the time of hardening, not being a fucking coward. Because it's just like, dude, like all the stupid dipshittery is here. Like, no time to like pussyfoot about and shit. It's time to fight, get annoying, get loud, fight with people, shit like that. No, I mean, people are scared. I don't really blame people for being scared. It's understandable, you know. Dipshit fascists are here, and they're gonna be dipshits and stupid and annoying. But you know, unfortunately, you can't shy away from the fight. You have to go for the fight. It doesn't matter. Fight. Fight, fight, fight. You gotta fight. Because otherwise, if you don't fight, just sit there, lay down, and die, then, well, you're gonna get killed. This is how it is.
No, absolutely. So I figure while we're doing this, I might as well promote it a little bit, right?
That's fair. That's fair. I'll see. I could do like a Facebook stream, see if it like if the bit rate's okay. Because that's the reason why I stopped the YouTube stream. Because like YouTube's algo is also like not great, to be honest. Like randomly, I have one of my videos on YouTube just randomly has like 300 views, and I'm just like, is it just because it's Cynthia? That why? Everyone likes the fucking mommy dommy of fucking goddamn Pokemon or some shit. Is that why this has 300 views? And that's like the only thing I can think of for S2Y. It's just like, alright, sure. Maybe I was funny when I said that Cynthia's throwing for content or some shit. I don't know. But otherwise, like what? It's like most of the views is like 1 or 2 views per fucking video or some shit. So I'm just like, it's probably gonna be the same thing if I were to also stream. I probably hardly would get any fucking goddamn... I would probably hardly get any goddamn fucking viewers on, I'd probably hardly get any goddamn viewers on, YouTube, and I wouldn't be paying much attention in the chat. So, maybe if I get, like, people stumbling upon my, like, on, like, Facebook streams, and I'll just be, like, yapping about, like, shit at that time, you know. Maybe it'll grow from there. Who knows?
I mean, I've said this like a million bajillion times, but you know, so stick my finger up my own ass for a second. I don't think that I would be getting near as much attention on YouTube, just because I'm really bad about editing videos. I'm not gonna lie, I'm super fucking bad about that. Especially if you do a longer stream, you just don't feel like it.
I don't edit anything at all.
Well, yeah, you're like probably recording as you go, I'm gonna do a segment, you hit record, you throw an intro on something, maybe
Yeah,
maybe you
basically.
don't. Yeah. So I record the entire every stream. I record the entire thing. Just that way I have a log of it, and it'll be of a better quality than whatever I'm streaming. I tried it the other way, and I hate it. If I throw something up on Twitch, it comes out garbage. Sometimes if my signal goes out, I want something that's gonna be solid. If I can't edit it later, then it's trash. Then it's wasted. Um, Honestly, I wish you could record a full video or full live stream, but then also like set cuts in OBS. Maybe you can with other versions of OBS. I use OBS 27. I refuse to update. I'm not going to ever. But I don't think that I would be getting near as much attention on YouTube um, if it weren't for the fact that I'm doing things the way I'm doing. I host the YouTube VOD. I just basically stream on Twitch and Facebook to let people know that I'm streaming on my website.
Hmm.
Um, other streamers who have websites, I guess Riverboat Jack is really good about paying attention to all of her shit. I'm not doing that. I I refuse to pay. I'll go back and look at my Facebook chat later, and I'll have like Wolfman Gaming, having a conversation with like whoever in my chat, and I'm like, oh wow, that's fuck, didn't y'all come over here? But like that's nice that y'all had that little chat over there or agreed with me in the dark. I had no idea.
Oh
You
yeah,
know, fun.
that's another thing I need to get better about is like paying attention to the chats.
Well, I mean, even if you were to just focus on just Twitch, I mean, the idea is I leave the other two on just as a monitor to let people know that, hey, I am streaming. You can come over here. Throw a pinned post over there, pinned post on Twitch, pinned post on YouTube. Let them know, hey, if you want to be in chat, come over here. I'm not paying attention to this shit. So if you're talking shit, if you're telling me I'm awesome, if you're telling me you think I'm stinky and you wish I would die in a fire, in Minecraft, like that's entirely up to you too. But I'm not looking at that shit. So good luck to you. Um, let's make it public. But I imagine that would probably be a good way also if you were able to build a following over there, to be able to socialize over there, interact with people. But then even if you were streaming on Facebook, I mean, their chat's interface sucks anyway. Their raid option is virtually non-existent. So even if you just used it as a monitor to let people know that you were on, let your followers from Facebook know you were on, and then come on over to Twitch. It's got all the tools you need.
That's true.
That would probably be fine too. But my thing is, I think that there are so many conversations to have and so many more people to be reached. And I got most of this. I mentioned Justin Freakin earlier in chat. I got most of this, ideas from him. He streams on Twitch, also YouTube. I think he started on Facebook, funnily enough, before coming to Twitch. But then he was also streaming on like D Live and all these other fucking platforms that like no one uses except for weirdos. But then he got kicked off of Twitch for the longest time. He was off for like a year and a half, maybe.
Why did he get kicked off? Was it just a ban?
I can't even remember. Yeah, he said something. It was like not even. It was the most harmless shit. During the live streams, I can't even remember what it was. I think he had said something that was a little crass about Republican state representatives or possibly a city council member who was involved in something. And he had some strong feelings about it,
Mm-hmm.
and Twitch had some stronger feelings about that.
Uh,
And so automatically he's straight on YouTube. Now he uses Restream. He has the Restream chat, so it's he's pulling chats from everywhere. I mean that's cool. People do that. I'm not the biggest fan because
God, I would not be able to pay attention to that many fucking chats. I would not be able to do that shit.
they give you one chat. It just it kind of sucks, and it's not.
Well,
the emotes don't pop up the way they're supposed to, and
it's tougher for me because it's just like I also am playing a game, right? It's like at some points I'm just gonna have to like focus on the game, especially since like turn-based RPG game. It's just like okay, well I have to think about my moves sometimes. It's just like oh I'm in X situation, oh gotta think. I thought that was like an excuse or whatever. But that's just how it is sometimes.
no, I feel you. I mean, I see a lot of these, Elden Ring players and people like. It seems like FPS and like those FPS style games are like super popular on Facebook. I don't love them, but most of the streamers that I've associated with, they You know, they're not playing COD and shit. I
It's
don't think I
probably
could
Marvel
sit through.
Rivals if I were to take a guess of what's popular right now, because that's the big game de jour.
Nobody I know plays that actually, but I have heard that
Really,
people are getting into it. Yeah.
it's huge on Twitch. Huge on Twitch right now. I would play Marvel Rivals, but I don't know if people play with. So it's like I don't want to fucking play that shit solo. I don't want to.
Right. Yeah, I've got a small list of things that I picked up over the last year that I really need to get out there. You know, I picked up Disco Elysium finally. Um, Pathologic 2. I hate reading. I really hate the idea of like having to narrate shit, but you know,
I'm just gonna grab some
it's
water.
good.
I can still hear you. I have a wireless headset.
Oh yeah, you're good. It's good. I hate the idea of reading and narrating. I see people do it. I've seen Jack do it. She's great. It's not for me. I'm not your mom, you know. Which is funny because I'm fine with impressions. It just I don't know. There's just something. My balls are too big to do that on stream. So you know, you can call that what it is. But like I say, I feel like there is just so much opportunity and so much of sort of a need for that, especially in Facebook, because their streaming community is void of politics, void of social issues altogether. And it's not like the chats aren't completely full of left-leaning people, of LGBTQ people,
Sure, yeah.
folks who have correct mindsets about things. And I know this because a lot of them will comment on my shit, or you'll have streamers who are not mentioning things on their stream, but then they show up in my replies whenever I post, or they'll come into my chat, on the rare occasion that I do stream, and talk some mad shit. And I think it's just the general culture. I have no idea if it's a fear or concern about Facebook itself, maybe if they say the wrong thing, um, that they think they might get reported or something, or if they're just afraid of their chats. I think in a lot of cases they're just actually afraid of their chats, which is hilarious to me.
No, I would never be a. Well, you think this is? I want to have.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't be afraid of fucking chat. Fuck you, fucking losers. Okay, I don't give a shit. I literally would want to have built something on like a chat where it's just like, all right, it's time for the brass pit. Okay, it's time for everyone to fight each other. Okay, I don't give a shit. You have bad arguments, you get fucking banned or for like a day or some shit. Drives up chat engagement, gets people yelling at each other, gets people more sort of rhetorically prepared as well. I would make like a fucking probable channel command for that you can like claim like a lot of bits for. It sets the chat in like a particular mode, and then everyone's just got to fight each other.
I mean, that's why I have screen time in my Discord. I'm like, hey, if anybody wants to come in, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me, you want to have a chat about it, if you see me in there, come on in. We could talk about something. It's just I kind of leave that open. But I mean, my head mod, she's like the meanest fucking person on the entire goddamn website of Twitch. Literally the most like in your face person on this website, and I love her for that. She's literally in charge of the entire chat. Well, I mean, you've seen Mata Ursa in my Discord. She's mean to me, even. So this whole concept of people being afraid of their chats is like so foreign to me. But I keep coming across it. You'll see a streamer, and their very first you set up like 2 or 3 pin posts or whatever, and it's no politics. This is a chill gaming space. We come here to get away from all of that, and and I'm like, yeah, okay, but
unfortunately, politics is a very funny horseman once said, politics is very dumb but very important.
Right, and in the year of our Lord 2025, good luck escaping it.
Exactly.
Right.
Like all
Look,
you
I don't know.
stupid dipshit like uncles and shit are gonna be real fucking annoying about it.
Well, I don't even know how you can really escape it. I mean, somebody is going to say something under their breath or out loud that is going to be in some way not PC enough or too PC, and someone else is going to comment on that one way or another. It's either going to be not woke enough and insensitive, or outright bigoted, or it's going to be too woke. In fact, so woke, scoldy even. and someone is going to be like, shut the fuck. Either way, these conversations, they happen naturally. They happen organically, and I think the idea of trying to suppress that is fucking insane to me. Um, and I've said this before, and I feel like I, I feel like someone like you joining Facebook and streaming on the platform and being a part of those kind of communities anyway, would help to legitimize this claim that I feel like I'm single-handedly bringing Twitch poll to a microcosm that just didn't experience it, because they didn't,
Mm-hmm.
or like bringing the whole concept of political conversations, debate, panels, whatever, to a platform that just doesn't have that, because they don't. It's so wild to me. It's so foreign to me. I'll go there and you'll see so many different people of so many different backgrounds, and it's like they will discuss anything, and it feels so 2010ish. It feels so 2016ish. Like the atmosphere is there. These motherfuckers even say GG at the end of like something happening on the game. It's like it's so classic streamer, but it's like they have no idea who any of these people are, any of these events, any of the shit. I come over here and fucking Igloo, right? Everybody knows Igloo. When I first met Igloo, I was like, oh yeah, check out my website, da da da. That's where I stream from. And the first thing out of Igloo's mouth was, oh, that's you got a website like Lance? I'm like, it's not really like Lance's, but yeah, kind of. Or I'll get that over here. Oh, you got a website, you must be part of with White Forest or whatever. I'm like, no, I'm not really with that. They're a different thing. I'm doing something else. I go on Facebook and they're like, well, I'm like, oh yeah, oh, you stream? Where do you stream? I'm like, well, I stream on YouTube and Twitch and Facebook, and I stream through my website. And they're like, oh, what do you do with that? I'm like, you sweet little babies. You sweet little babies. Imagine, I guess hundreds of thousands of people, at least tens of thousands of people who have no idea who Destiny is. What a world.
God, who would have thought such thing could be possible? So what do you want, Ford? Fuck you, Ford. Sorry, I have to always reply to Ford's shenanigans within chat.
How could you not want to just lick your finger and stick, just I just want to shove those kids in the deep end of the pool. And then jump in after them with a dinghy, but I just want to shove them right out the fucking diving board. I really do. So yeah, I need all the help I can get, buddy. And as a leftist, it's your responsibility.
Responsibility. I hate being responsible for things, but it is important to be responsible for things, unfortunately.
And as a respectable citizen of the crown, isn't it your patriotic duty? Or something?
I don't give a fuck about the crown, okay? Fuck the crown. I don't give a shit about any of that stuff.
You're the one who lives in the Empire. I'm just saying, like, don't
we're
you guys
part
have
of the
like
Commonwealth. The British Empire is gone. I don't know.
It's like
that shit
like the same thing.
Right after World War II. Shaking my head.
It's like the same thing. Don't you guys have like chivalry? It's like ingrained.
No.
Like,
no. That's not a thing here. Hell no.
I think the Mounties would disagree.
The Mounties are too busy fucking harassing indigenous people, okay? They gotta fucking harass like all the fucking people holed up in like the BC forests for, I don't know, not wanting to give up the old growth forests. That's what they're more busy with, to be honest.
So I don't know. I've never been to Canada, but I feel like there are two Canadas, maybe even three. Just from my perspective, there's like your Canada. Oh, so I guess three, right? There's your Canada, the French one, and then Washington too.
That's not. You're also forgetting about mini Texas.
Is that
It's the prairie.
Stute, whoever.
Okay. Manitoba.
Gotcha.
That's mini Texas. All the other provinces are more or less irrelevant. Like, there's Boston LARPing, I guess you could say. Not really. More like main LARPing. That's like pretty much all the Atlantic state provinces. There's the indigenous territories. That's Yukon, Northwest Territories, and Yukon, Northwest Territories, and Nunavut, which are essentially the new reserves for Indians, for lack of a better term, to be honest. Washington 2, that being BC, mini Texas, and then Ontario, which is like California but worse. Much worse.
Yeah,
I would say much
I
worse
get.
New York, actually. New York but
Yeah, I was gonna
worse.
say I get the feel like it's like New York, but like kind of trashier. Like if New York were actually shoved into Southwest Ohio, but it was just really fucking cold all the time. So like Southwest Ohio.
Honestly, not even anymore. Really cold. Like, it was pleasant outside, and it was like -1 maybe. Pretty decent. It's nice. That's like That's like decent weather. Our winters have milded out. We would always have like a week where it was be like -50 for the whole week. That's not a thing anymore. That's gone. Last time it was -50 for a single day. That was in Ottawa when I was in university. That would have been about 6 years ago. Those days don't happen anymore. I walked my dumb ass to fucking university because I had a class I had to go to. So I'm just like, well, it's like -7 trillion now. Time to walk to fucking school. Well, not bad.
God.
It's okay.
Uphill in the snow, both ways. No shoes.
No, I had shoes.
That's still
I'm
Manitoba.
wearing my shoes. Fuck that shit.
That's
But
that's still
at least
Manitoba, I think.
at least I could say I actually did it. Okay, I actually walked about a mile in -50 fucking weather. Okay, it was like a mile and a half.
You guys even have hills up there?
Yeah.
It's like no mountains, right?
No, there's plenty of mountains. We have what,
Really?
Appalachia. We have
Really?
Yeah, Appalachia goes up to Canada, and the Rockies.
Yeah. Well, I guess so.
Rockies
I don't know. I've
Appalachia.
only ever seen Canada on a map, so it all looks flat.
No, we got mountains here. We have every
it's-
biome that exists on Earth in Canada, even desert. We technically have a desert in Canada. We have every single biome in Canada.
It's the only one we're missing in the Ozarks is a desert. But we do have food deserts, so if that counts.
I mean, technically, sure, yeah.
I mean,
You can
could only
technically
survive
count
on spring onion and ramen for so long before eventually something's got to give.
that. That's true.
You have to figure out how to grow some lentils.
Lentils are pretty good.
They are pretty good. Yeah. So I think that's really all I had. A little precursor to the big event. That's probably not going to be that big, but still a lot of fun. Maybe if we can
That's fair.
score time on Wednesday. But
Fair enough.
I think, like I say, I feel that the entirety of Facebook streaming and just the presence in general of leftism is seriously lacking without the unique rhetorical skills and we're missing interlocution,
Interlocuting?
interlocity, interelectricity from one David Rumble.
David Rumble.
We need him.
David Rumble.
And
What?
I humbly request also, if that helps, I also humbly request the assistance and presence of one of my favorite lefty content creators and shitposters.
It's true. Well, I mean, yeah, I could probably make like a new account and just like throw it together and try like a stream on there once, see if the bitrate's like good or not. Because that's like really the only thing that's stopping me. I don't even know why exactly bitrate is bad. I don't know if it's because just my upload speed's bad. I don't know. Why is bitrate, or why does bitrate get low? intermittent
Yeah.
connection issues. Oh wow, thank you, Twitch. I sure didn't know that.
See, I don't know that. I don't know why it would be so much of an issue though, because if you're only streaming to one spot, which is
Oh yeah, you're
still just
probably right,
restream.
Ford. And Ford, you're probably correct. Yeah, because internet, it's typically typically the biggest problem is going to be bandwidth. So instead of
I mean,
upload, yeah. So because since I'm streaming, you upload, right? You upload data to the network. So depending on what my up is, instead of uploading what typically most bit rates about 6,000 megabit per second. That's like the sort of standard for most streams. That's what it's set to default within OBS. That's what gives you, generally speaking, the most clear image through Twitch. I'm not sure if it's like different on like Facebook or whatever. It shouldn't be any different. I wouldn't see any particular reason why it would be different. So essentially, you're taking that 6,000, you're doubling it. Okay, now you're at 12,000. And generally speaking, most internet companies, they're not going to really invest that much in giving good upload speeds, because why would they? Most people do not give a shit about that. Understandable.
Also, here's the thing. That's laboring under the apprehension that you're using your machine to stream to multiple outputs from OBS.
Exactly.
If you use something like Restream, you're still only sending it to one destination. Restream is doing that splitting out, so they're basically just copying that.
From what I've understood from setting it up, you still have to set it up through OBS. So OBS is still the thing that's sending the data. And
Right.
then,
but you're only.
And then I see as Restream as like basically like kind of a splitter, more or less. I think.
Sort of, but it's copying. It's basically taking your data and then just I guess like copying it. So you're sending the same amount that you're putting in to one destination, same amount that you're putting in to another destination. That's why there's a slight latency.
I can try it once, see if the bitrate is good. If I have a bitrate problem, because I mean, when I did it with YouTube, the reason why I stopped the YouTube streams, because I did one, I tried it, bitrate was just too low, and it's just like, okay, well, if I don't have good like quality,
I think you have to hit somewhere between the two, depending on what you're. Here's the thing,
Yeah,
my upload speed, just to give you an idea why I think that you would have no issue. My upload speed, 1.5 megabits per second. Okay, I have the best DSL that was available in this location 25 years ago. Okay, if I'm able to stream at 720 with less than a minute latency between my site chat and chat on screen, Marco Poloing with chat, I don't see how it should be too much of an issue.
If it's not bandwidth, then it could also be encoding issues. That could be another potential problem. If the
you may be setting it.
If the bitrate is too high, then maybe it should be set lower. That could potentially.
Right, you may be setting it properly for Twitch, but not for YouTube.
Probably. Well, yeah, there's probably like a balance that you have to hit or some shit, more than likely.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
Yeah, and Restream's got some pretty good resources on that. I mean, whenever I stream, I'm streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So I mean, somehow I'm able to do that with the garbage internet that I have here. And I mean, you tell me who's streaming with 1.5 megabits per second upload speed. Literally no one, because that's unheard of.
Yeah, pretty much. Do you pay for Restream? Like, are you paying for the premium service?
I do, because I have 3 destinations.
Okay.
But if you're only streaming to 2, and on a profile, if you had a page, you would have to pay. But because you'd be streaming on a profile, which is why I recommend the profile, for 2 destinations, there's no charge.
Right.
So like if you were to stream to Twitch and then David Rumble the profile, no charge.
And that may be the problem. Maybe that's why my bitrate was low. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out.
I can send you what I'm using, and you may just need to tinker with it to make sure that you can get. I assume you're streaming at 1080p.
Should be 1080p. Should be, yeah.
Yeah, I'm only doing 720 because that's as good as it gets. I have a significantly longer latency.
Oh wait, no, it can't be 1080p. I'm an affiliate on Twitch. You can't get higher than 720, because that's a thing.
Really?
Yeah, that's a thing.
Wow.
Partners can have higher pixel amounts. Affiliates can only go up to 720, I believe.
It's wild.
Yeah, because, yeah, I don't know. Oh, man, we gotta save whatever the heck, server space, or... Because there's, like, what, there's millions of streamers, technically speaking, on Twitch, I think.
Even though we're getting a good deal using Amazon servers, it's none of my business. I don't know.
Yeah, it's whatever. Amazon, for the most part, it all operates, like, completely separately.
Right. Well, any cost
like
efficiency would be...
shit show, yeah.
Any cost efficiency would be a tax write-off anyway, so I don't know. Pragmatically, I have no idea what the big deal is, but I don't think there is one. But, you know, it's a good reason to just fucking damage the brand, whatever.
Personally, I prefer to simply just blame Amazon. Yeah, I'll just blame Amazon. It's easier to do it that way.
Well,
sure.
I was supposed to get a shock mount for my microphone yet today, and it's not coming tomorrow because tomorrow's a holiday, so I'll get it when I get it, I guess. It's all Amazon's fault. They should have just sent it today. Tomorrow's MLK Day.
Right. Yeah, it is the 9th.
You may have heard of him.
I might have heard of him, that's true.
America's 13th president.
That's true. Well, anyway.
First Latino American president.
That's true as well. These are all true statements. Nothing that's being said here is inaccurate.
Fact checked by real Mexican American patriots.
That's true. That's true. All Mexican Americans would agree with this. Real and.
But I will sit. True. I will send you some of the stuff that I have just pulling from my OBS if that helps. Like I say, you can tinker with it, kind of see if there's an issue. But yeah, I mean, I would love to show you around the community on Facebook that I've stolen from our good buddy Epic Prawn. And you know, I promoted Boy Meets Mini whenever he first came over to Facebook. It wasn't quite as successful because Boy Meets Mini it doesn't shitpost as much as I do, I think. So it seemed like my schedule and his schedule were always off. Plus, I think at that time when Mini first got over, he was like, he wasn't spending a lot of time online anyway. So it didn't go as quickly as I thought it would. But I think we did pretty good as far as getting Mini in and finding a you know, decent community there. But yeah, we can, you know, be more than willing to show you around and see all of the wonderful people that I've stolen from Epic Prawn over the last year.
Sure, why not?
I mean, I'm already promoting your content anyway. I'm promoting your tweets,
Sure.
and well, right now I'm promoting your Twitch channel. So hopefully, 20 minutes after I close this, you'll have some folks who will come by.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean,
or 6 days later, maybe. Whenever.
Yeah, who
when
knows?
they
Yeah,
actually see
like when
the,
they decide
Facebook
to
post.
show up, yeah, good with the
Or-
Facebook algorithm type stuff.
Right. But yeah, no, I think that's pretty much all I've got there for you today, buddy.
Alright, well,
Do you have any questions or anything for me?
not that I can think of. I mean, I'll give it a shot. See how it goes. Try it out. Maybe it could be something in particular with like YouTube's encoding that gave it problems or whatever, and they just didn't like Twitch's, didn't like the crossing of the streams. Maybe it's like different with Facebook. Who knows? It could be anything. For as to why the bitrate was low, I'd have to figure it out. There's probably like numbers you could finagle with.
I really had to kind of tinker with it whenever I first came here, because I'd gone from having cable with like, I think it was like either 30 or 50 download speed with like 10 on the upload, so it was, you know, normal. And then I moved to a place that had like 100 megabits, or no, it was like I think 1,000 megabits per second download speed or something fucking insane. And then like 100 on the up or some shit. It might have been 1,000. I have no idea. It could have been fucking 70 million, but it was just like an insane number. So fast the internet was, fiber optics. I was like, my God, unfathomable. And then I came here and it's literally 1.5 on the up. I'm like, you are fucking joking me. How does this even exist? it had to have been 100 upload speed for the fiber,
Hmm.
and actually 1.5 here, because I'm like, this is literally 1% of the internet that I had 2 fucking weeks ago. This is insane. Like, how am I supposed to get anything done? Like, I can't stream basically ever. You know, I'm gonna have to fucking before I could stream.
Oh,
Did some tests.
yeah, it's just wacky like that sometimes. That's really all there is to it.
Yeah, but did some testing, was able to do it. So like, if I'm able to stream on 3 platforms, you should, you know, there's got to be a combination there. That's Daho ready.
Probably, yeah. I do
Yeah,
have
I'll
fiber,
send you what.
but I do have fiber.
Really?
But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I have fiber in my building.
Jesus.
Hmm.
Well, I'll send you what I got. You can finagle with it. I'm sure you'll come up with something, buddy.
Probably. Just have to. The problem is probably just the encoding. That's more than likely what I think is the biggest issue. Maybe that's why. I'll see. I'll figure it out. I'll think of something.
Gotcha.
Use my giant.
By the way, I'm not recording or streaming this, so like, if you want to pick it up and use it for content, I won't DMCA you.
I can't believe you would do such a thing. Honestly, I've been
Never.
like I've been so lazy about making like segments because I'm just like, how do I edit? And then I just get lazy.
I was looking at
I
was looking at your channel the other day. I noticed that you've been putting some stuff on YouTube. I'm like, man, that is. I really feel like I'm behind.
Literally all I do is basically like if I'm going into a fight or something, I just click the start recording button. I do I do the intro. It gets saved in a separate folder on Windows itself. OBS like does pretty much all the work. You just click the start recording button, stop recording button. It's extremely simple and very quick.
That'd be easier than digging through like 3 or 4 hours of.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Jesus.
OBS pretty much just does everything. You don't have to like edit anything. Don't have to cut down anything at all. It's unnecessary.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought about turning that off, and then just I don't know. I like keeping a record of it, you know, because you never know when that conversation might start. Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
All right. Well, for
that's why
for
I've
your
been doing
audience,
the
I guess
upload of VODs onto YouTube. It's all in an unlisted playlist.
Right, well, plus, I mean,
because eventually, like, it's just gonna like clog up the channel, so that's why I just have them in an unlisted playlist. So yeah.
Well, plus, it, you know, kind of helps to promote what you're doing. You know, I mean, that's how I noticed. I was like, why is the little blue light next to Daho? It must be uploading videos there. And I clicked on it, and I'm like, holy shit!
I
have like 6 hours ago.
Well, I upload like a lot.
Love that.
But it's mostly like just small things. Like I upload, it's like almost like 2 things a day sometimes. It depends on how many fights I've done.
I mean, the big conversation right now is short form content. So you know, that's all that the ADHD brain can handle.
Yeah, the problem
so,
is that it's not shorts, so the algorithm doesn't push it as hard.
Still yet.
Yeah, pretty much. Just upload it anyways, whatever. People see it. People see it. It is what it is.
Well, I mean, it clearly works. You know, that's how I noticed it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Well, if you don't mind, I'm gonna do an outro for Ford, I guess. So what's up, everybody? This is your boy Chainsaw. I'm a gaming political streamer. I talk about politics, social issues. We talk about feminism. You can find me at chainsawccc.com. I have a website. It's like other websites, but a little different. I'll be streaming on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. I'm talking smack on Blue Sky. So, you know what to do, dog.
Oh, good. You're getting more based by the day.
Thanks, Ford.
Good chat, though, buddy.
Yeah. Good talking to you as always, bud.
You as well. Take care.
Yep. Take care. Good chat. Always a pleasure to talk with Chainsaw.